The two-part finale of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 1 revisited some of its characters' issues and set up George's Big Bang Theory tale. In Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 1, Georgie finally comprehended Mandy's perspective, virtually resolving the young Sheldon career dispute. After episode 21 revealed that Mandy had been working with her ex-boyfriend Scott, now her boss, for weeks, her elevation to full-time was rocky. In the finale, Jim considering accepting Fagenbarker's offer to buy Mallister tires was the last straw for Georgie, who already felt like an outsider among the Mallisters. Georgie felt misled by Jim, especially after the shop was proposed as her inheritance. The debate over Mallister tires also highlighted how Jim would never have sold it if he hadn't met Georgie and seen George Sr.'s death, making the tense argument much more difficult due to everyone's emotions. Feeling both deceived and excluded, Georgie opposed Jim accepting Fagenbarker's offer, as it would mean Jim wouldn't leave the auto shop to her. Jim justified the decision by saying it was a Mallister family decision, but Georgie never felt like she belonged there, no matter how much he tried. Even worse, Fagenbarker was introduced in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage as Jim's enemy, which made Georgie feel as though she was abandoning him for someone who didn't deserve Jim's respect. Since The Big Bang Theory had previously set up Georgie's future success without disclosing how it would come to be, the mystery of how he constructed his Dr. Tire empire dominated the first season of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Surprisingly, the purchase of Mallister tires from Jim by Georgie and Ruben disproved theories that Georgie would eventually compete with Jim's auto shop or inherit it from him. It also revealed that their partnership had been instrumental in the beginning of what would become Dr. Tire in The Big Bang Theory. Both young Sheldon and Georgie and Mandy's first marriage did not begin with the idea of Jim retiring. One tragic aspect of George Sr.'s death, however, was shown in the first season through how Jim and Audrey dealt with the news. When Audrey counted Jim's beer consumption in episode 5, Thanksgiving, this concern was already evident, especially for Jim, who treasured his friendship with Mandy but could never let go of what happened to George's dad. Jim would never have considered retiring before George Sr. passed away, particularly considering his hatred of Fagenbarker. It was only after receiving Fagenbarker's offer that the idea occurred to him. Jim considered selling to Fagenbarker because, despite being older than him, George Sr. died suddenly, putting Jim's and Fagenbarker's petty animosity into perspective and reminding him how valuable and fleeting life is. Though George's prosperity was established in Season 11 of The Big Bang Theory, the show never disclosed how he got the money to start his tire empire. After much speculation in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, the Season 1 finale finally revealed how it transpired, ending another mystery. Rather, it showed how completely different he was before embarking on his entrepreneurial venture, an endeavor that would never have been feasible if Georgie hadn't approached his mother, Mary, about investing in his plan. Given that Mary's house was the only collateral for the loan Georgie was able to acquire, she naturally had a financial stake in his success. This revelation raises the stakes and expectations for George's enterprise, since he would never want to see Mary lose her childhood home. It also makes his rags to riches story much more spectacular. Not only would Mary be more invested in George's future success as an investor, but she would also play a larger role in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage Season 2 as George's mother. The first season finale basically launched George's storyline in The Big Bang Theory. Indeed, episodes 21 and 22 established Mandy and George's feelings for each other and their willingness to work through their marriage. However, the episodes also hinted at potential problems that could arise, such as their ongoing trust issues and the possible lingering feelings between Scott and Mandy. An intriguing alliance was formed between two individuals who had previously barely tolerated each other, Georgie and Ruben, when they purchased Mallister tires together, launching George's career as an entrepreneur. Despite knowing the outcome, the plot remained amusing due to Mary's involvement, which added an unexpected twist to George's business. Lastly, the Mallisters' surprising agreement with Jim's decision to retire paved the way for unprecedented storylines in Season 2 of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, which might lead to further complications for the couple. while simultaneously generating more interesting plot points.